My name is Keegan, and this is the story of my ink. So I got my first tattoo when I was 18 years old. It was a lion on my left shoulder blade. A little backstory: I'd fractured a vertebrae in my back in football practice, my T6. I was 2% away from paralysis. I was in a metal back brace for 6 months, full year recovery. So that ink is important to me. It's a personal sign of strength and inspiration that I can always, look back in the mirror and know that I can overcome anything. My mom had this really cool, antique mirror where it was a lion on one side and then mirror on the other. So, great sign for me for personal reflection. Next up, I got "If God is for you, who could be against you?" Tattooed across my back. It's a variation of the Romans Bible verse. Basically, just I didn't mean it to be a tough guy. I really got it just as a personal sign that I can overcome any obstacle, any situation. But if anything or anyone stands in my way, look out. Also in the movie Saving Private Ryan, which is one of my favorite films, right before they go into the last battle, the reporter says that verse to the soldiers. So I thought that was really cool and always stuck with me. Next up, I've been working on this half sleeve here for the last 5 years with my tattoo artist, Mara O'Hara. She's LA based. She goes by Death Cat on Instagram, so be sure to check her out. First piece we started with was Hope with a dagger right here. Couple meanings behind that. It was right as the COVID shutdown started to happen. Mara's cool. She actually blacked out her windows of her tattoo shop for like a speakeasy style session. We'd have late night sessions to work through all this artwork and start to get it all done. I was also in London. I visited a pub called Hope and Anchor, and my buddy Brandon had just passed away a couple months prior to that as well. So the meaning behind it is really just kind of dig in, have hope. Next up, I've got my 2nd century Roman emperor and philosopher, Marcus Aurelius. Also one of the top 5 people dead or alive I'd like to have a beer with. I read his book, Meditations, which is a manuscript that's been rewritten over the centuries, and his thoughts on stoicism, life, justice, peace, and love. So really means a lot to me. Also as a sign to build my empire. Free spirit, have hope, build your empire. My most recent ink is actually the blindfold across the emperor's eyes. Couple years ago, everything was falling in place perfectly. I thought I was about to achieve all my dreams, and just as at the top of the mountain thinking I'm gonna grab the flag, reality check happens. I tumbled back down, felt like my empire and everything I was working toward was crumbling. So I got him blindfolded just as a reminder to keep the faith. You don't always need to see what's in front of you to get to that end destination. I've got Imperium here, which is Latin for empire. I also have Aventus, which means discovery, knowledge, success in Latin. A mermaid, their sign of good luck, wisdom. She's also carrying scales as a reminder to myself to always stay balanced. I've got 21 cents tattooed here for my cousin Sasha, who passed away. It's an angel number. A portion of the proceeds, if I do win this competition, is going to go toward mental health awareness and suicide prevention. On my back of my arm here, I have a pinup with a blindfold, just as a sign of justice, always remain objective. I've got the initials of my company, RSD, which stands for Rockstar Dreams, my wealth ship, and then I've got the key rho symbol or Latin cross and a flag on my elbow. 3rd century General Constantine went into battle against the other Roman generals for control of the empire. He looked to the skies for a sign of victory, and he saw a P with a cross from heaven. So he had that painted on all his soldiers' shields. So that really stuck with me and perhaps a sign of protection. Lastly, I've got my guardian angel, Michael, here on my chest piece under my scar. A few years ago, I crashed a Harley flying through a curve, and truly felt like I had, a presence guiding me, keeping me safe during that process. I can remember it vividly, even though it happened within a few seconds. I just remember lights coming through the trees and almost feeling like at peace, slow motion as I'm rolling off the bike. And I felt like a presence guide me down next to this tree that I could have almost hit. So truly believe guardian angels watching out for me, and perhaps my buddy Brandon. So thanks, B-Man. Appreciate that. Thanks everyone for listening. Inc. Magazine, thank you so much for the opportunity to share my story. If I win the competition, as mentioned, a portion of the proceeds are going to go toward mental health awareness and suicide prevention. I'm going to invest the rest into my dreams and goals, including a music booking app called Fan Party, so music fans can throw house shows with local and touring indie artists, as well as a clothing brand in honor of my cousin called 21 Cents. So thanks so much for listening, and I hope you dig my story.